Have you ever thought that you have a purpose in life? That you have a meaning? That you have something that you should be following? Or anything like that? Have you ever thought that you are heading somewhere and that you should be doing something? Or that you are on a mission? Or that you should be doing something? Or that your life is going somewhere? Have you ever thought that you need something but you can't find anything? And your life depends on it? I mean, your happiness depends on it? Well, needing meaning or purpose, making it necessary for your own happiness, is a problem of your own. Because you can have a purposeless life and still be happy. Why not? Purpose is not mandatory for happiness. Well, guess what? There is no purpose. Well, I'm not trying to dictate something or have some higher authority that's saying something, but we will discuss it. When someone is looking for a purpose, he is presupposing that that purpose exists. So we're gonna discuss this presupposition first. If we say that life has a meaning and that the individuals have some type of purpose, alright? When you say, what's the purpose of life? Like, what is the purpose of life? I really don't know why people ask this question while looking above. Perhaps they are addressing it to somebody or something out there, I don't know. But when you say that what's the purpose of life like this, you are saying the purpose. And if you say the purpose, you must mean that the purpose logically must be one, alright? But this is actually contradictory because what you see in people's lives that they have multiple different meanings. Like for example, somebody's saying, my purpose in life is to write as many books as I could. So someone else might say that I want to travel as much as I can. They have multiple purposes. Somebody might say that I'm gonna dedicate my life. My purpose is to invest in philanthropy and things like that. You can find much different purposes across life, and the fact that they are different, one is different than the other, doesn't reinforce the idea that we have a purpose because we are making our own. The fact that we are making our own emphasizes that there is not something that comes from something external of ourselves that dictates some type of purpose that we should be following. Because when you say that what's the purpose of life, you are presuming that there is an external force, a higher force, which actually dictates that purpose, and that this particular purpose is objective and we should be all following it, and we do not have any choice but to follow it because it's objective and comes from a higher authority. But this is not the case. You can find people have multiple different lifestyle, multiple different life actions and decisions across all the world. There is one purpose, but it's biological. I don't know whether you will accept it or not, but the purpose is just to survival of the group. You're alive, you pass on your genes to your offspring, and it goes on like that. This is, you could say that this is an objective purpose because it's biological, and we share it with all the other human beings. So it's the purpose, it's the biological purpose. But when people say the purpose, they don't mean something they do not mean something something like this, something biological, something that could be measured. But they mean something abstract, like I don't know, like worship or behaving in a sort of way, spreading goodness, something that makes them different from the other life organisms, something that makes them human. Because people that believe that they have a purpose believe that they are special, that they're not like the other animals, while actually evolution says otherwise. Somebody might say that there is actually a purpose in life, but we just need to figure it out by ourselves. Well, picture me this. Imagine that we enter some type of video game, alright? Some just free world video game. You're just wandering around, you and your friend. The screen of the game doesn't show any missions, any objective, any goal. It doesn't show anything. You'll find out that you might be doing something very different than what your friend is doing. Well, this is life. This is exactly life. Because since we do not have the manual or the guidance for the game, There is no purpose. We don't have that. So your friend might be just walking around, your friend, and you might be just running somewhere, or I don't know. People just can come up with all sorts of stuff. The fact that you are looking for it and you don't find it and make up your own reinforces the idea that it doesn't exist. Because if it did exist, it would be crystal clear. All of the people shall be united following it. The existence of God settles everything. If we could just prove that God exists and a certain religion is true, therefore, we might actually prove that we have a purpose, objectively. And since we cannot do that, we can neither prove the existence of God and prove the truthfulness of some religion, we cannot prove also the objectiveness of a purpose. Somebody might say that I have found my purpose, and it's something like spreading awareness about global warming or something like that. Well, I'm glad that you could find a purpose and you're happy now, but this is not the purpose, because the purpose entails the oneness of the purpose. It must be one, and all the other people must not be different, because the purpose is one. But even if you say that right now I'm like an activist of some kind, this is for now. Do you think you'll never change? If you changed it, therefore, then if you changed it, then you have changed purpose. How can the purpose be changed? I thought it's the purpose, the ultimate objective purpose, as everyone picturing it to be. Then what shall we do now, since there is no purpose? So shall we just submit to our nihilistic view about the world and life? Well, no, you just create your own purpose, you create your own meaning and follow it. And when it stops giving you the amount of pleasure that you desire, just change it to something else. It's just easy. Because pleasure and the avoidance of pain, pleasure in general, because the avoidance of pain is just another pleasure. Pleasure in general is the sole motivator of all life organisms. But I forgot, those who believe in a purpose also believe that they're not just like any life organism out there. So, well, people can just believe whatever they want. And if it makes them happy, it's okay. But it cannot logically be the case. That's all I'm saying. And the fact that people crave meaning in their lives doesn't say that there is one. It's just saying that people crave meaning just because they need an activity that offers them pleasure. That's all. Because they feel that their life is dull and doesn't have the touch of I don't know. It's not that fun. And that's it. They need to be doing something in order to escape their very unfun life. So they must be dedicating their whole lives for something. But they must be doing something to give them dopamine rewards. That's all. They might say that this is not about pleasure. This transcends pleasure and pain and all of those things. What are you talking about? You're basically the nervous system. There is no you. You do not exist. Oh my God. You do not exist as an independent entity. You cannot exist prior to your physical form. You exist in the physical form that entails the nervous system which rewards you every time you do something fun. Like eating or competing or having sex or anything of the sort. So, what am I gonna do? Shall I do like my father? Shall I do like my friends? What am I gonna do with my life? Well, I'm certainly not gonna live like my father. I'm not gonna live like other people. Not because I want to, because I cannot control the want. I want, but I cannot control the want. There is no free will, and basically causality controls everything. That's it. Well, thanks for passing by. See you in the next one.